Now you understand the process of speed reading. You know how it works, and perhaps you have done a few exercises yourself and it's working for you. I hope so. Now is the turn how to, or now is the turn to learn some tricks on how you can increase your comprehension even faster. Okay. Yes, you are doing 5% faster. You're reading or trying to gently push your brain to run 5% faster, and that's working out to increase your comprehension. But these are some of the other techniques that you can use. Now, let's say you're reading a book, a fiction book. Unless it's a mystery novel, here is what I invite you to do. Take the book and read random pages, some random pages, any random pages. Do it like 10, 15 of these. So you have a 300-page book, read 300, 10, 15 random pages, a few paragraphs before you start the book. Now start reading the book. Here is what will happen. When you reach that random location that you have already read, at that time, when you read it for the first time, you didn't understand why it is like this, what's going on, what was the backstory, front story, etc. You don't know. But when you linearly read and reach the random point that you have already read, you already have a hook of memory. Oh, that's what happened before. This is what it means. I didn't understand at first, but you already have that hook. So you will, as you go along and as you read uh, more and more linearly, and as you reach the random location that you have already read, you will be able to comprehend, understand, enjoy much more than what you would do by just reading from cover to cover. Now, if the book has chapters, I would invite you to read the first and last pages of those chapters, because typically a chapter, when a book is divided into chapter, typically the author tries to give the gist of that chapter in the front and the conclusions in the end, right? So if you're reading a novel, yeah, just read random pages. If you are reading a book which has chapters, try to read uh, first and last part. I wouldn't say paragraph or a page, part of each chapter. Now, if you're reading a long article, let's say you're reading a long article, um, what you would do is you would read, every long article typically is divided into sections, many sections. So what you would do is you would read the first paragraph and last paragraph of each section. Why? Because the author tries to put the gist of that section on the top and the conclusion at the bottom of that section, as a good author will do. Um, Now, suppose you are reading a short article, not a long article of 10, 15 pages, but just a short 1 or 2, 3 pages article. The way you increase your comprehension there is by reading the first and last sentence of each paragraph. Correct. The first and last sentence of each paragraph or each section you read, and then start reading linearly. This will create mental hooks that will help you understand the whole article, enjoy the whole article. It will create some sort of a mystery in your head when you read at random places, random pages, and then you will get the enjoyment of satisfying that mystery when you reach there linearly. So these are, very nice little comprehension techniques that you can use to raise the level of your comprehension even further than what you are already doing. Now, if you are a student and if you want to read, let's say, if you want to read reading comprehension, you are taking a SAT or ACT, the way you can do this is three ways, two major ways. Let's say P is the passage, Q is questions, and A is answers. PQA. Now, typically people do P, Q&A, P, Q&A. Right? You won't read once. By reading once, you may not able to understand everything. Right? So you read the passage once, you go for Q&A. Now you go back to the passage, go for the Q&A, go back to the passage, go for the Q&A. Now that's a repetitive process, a sort of time wasting process. So what I would invite you to do is read the questions first, all of them. Read all of the questions first. Don't read the answers because that'll confuse you. Typically, in these kind of exams, the answers are close by, right? 4 answers. So that's one way you can improve your scores in SAT and ACT by reading questions first, then paragraph, then going for Q&A, but not reading answers before the paragraph because that will confuse you. So there are multiple techniques of improving reading speed, comprehension, and these are just a few that you can apply and increase your comprehension much more than just reading 5% faster and trying to concentrate and trying to make sense of what's going on and connecting it to what you read before and trying to project what's coming after. I hope you enjoyed this particular series, and this is where it ends. I hope you learned a lot about speed reading, high speed comprehension, and in some other series we'll go for how to retain more information, how to recall more information. And I hope you will join in our labs at some point so that we can teach you all these and more and get it implemented and get those results for you for going for your life, for your child, for you professionally. So this is Dr. Ninad, and I'm from Inner Labs. Thank you.